Hi everyone, this is Tran, your local Bay Area Realtor. If you're thinking about downsizing, it is a very difficult process. And if anybody tell you that it's going to be easy breezy, they're totally lying to you, or they don't understand the process. It takes a lot of planning. So how do we make that process as smooth as possible? So number one is really planning. The planning process is really critical because that is what's going to help make the process easier, because knowing your step one, two, three, all the way to the end. And first and foremost, since if you're downsizing, you got to know where you're going. Where you're going matter more than actually selling the home and purchasing the next home. Because without knowing your destination, how do we know where we're supposed to head out, right? So knowing where you're going to go, knowing the destination. So I would say if you're thinking about downsizing, consider what city or what neighborhood you want to retire in. If you kind of feel tired of the Bay Area, all the traffic, the hustle and bustle, consider other area. East Bay is a great place. Sacramento, Elk Grove. A lot of my clients love to move out there. And I can say with experience that even though when they were selling the home, it was really incredibly emotional for them. And it was really hard to let go. Once they move into the new home and into the new neighborhood, making new friends and settling into the new life, they're really happy and they're really glad that they made the transition. So even though, the process can seem like a mountain too big to climb, and there are just so many steps, and you just get paralyzed by the sheer amount of work that is involved. The best way to make it as simple as possible is just think one step at a time. What is my next step? Don't think about the end goal or when you get to your new home, but rather, what is my next step? So the very first step is figure out where you want to be. That's the very, and once you figure it out, then the next step would be, all right, now I need to hire a realtor to help me process all of this, right? And the next step would be talking to either a CPA or to your tax accountant to figure out, okay, when you're selling your home, what are we looking at in terms of capital gain? What are we looking at of property tax transfer? And then sometimes depend, right? With me, I'm happy to discuss all of that with my client because I do have a background in taxation. So those are, I would say, the first 3 steps that anyone looking to downsize you need to do. And don't think about everything, because if you think about everything, it's just too overwhelming. So it's just go one step at a time. That's my tip for you. There are many reasons why someone would think about downsizing. And typically what I see in my client is that usually is an older couple, whether they're in their golden age or they just got retired, and the home they're in is too big. Typically, empty nester, they raise their family there for like the last 20, 30 years, however long. Now the kids are grown. They might even have grandchildren. The home is just now too big, right? Too big to manage, too big to clean. And for some, usually for home that fit a growing family, typically are 2 level, most of them here in the Bay Area. So for a golden or an empty nester couple, a 2 levels home is actually not great to age in because of the stair. Going up and down is not fun. I mean, even for me, I am nowhere near retirement age, but I don't even particularly like the stair in my house. And we have a growing family, so we had to have a big house. But I definitely don't see myself living there for like the rest of my life. So I understand when I talk to empty nester or people in retirement and they're like, yeah, the stair is too much. I'm like, yep, the stair can be a lot. So it's a matter of, if you want to be here in the Bay Area, there's a lot of options. There are townhome, there are 1 level, and there's not too many communities that are like that. But there are some that are in phenomenal neighborhoods. And or if you want to move further outside the Bay Area, you want to be, a lot of people like Sacramento, Elk Grove. Auburn is another choice. Folsom, there's so many different areas that would be great. Or even Southern California. I do have clients that definitely sold here in the Bay Area and moved down to Southern California. But most of the time, what I find is that these couples tend to try to move near where their children are. And it makes sense because, you want to be close to your grandchildren. You want to be able to see them as often as you can. It really is, you got to look at where you are, because the home that was a good fit for you as a growing family is not going to be a good fit for you as for you in retirement age, right? Because when you're growing a family, the needs are different. And when you're in a golden years and you're retiring, your needs are going to be different. And that home is no longer a good fit. It's really time to consider, would now be a good time to really transition into a home that would be a better fit. Maybe a one-level home, or even a brand new home, or a newer built home. Because at a certain age, you don't really want to be maintaining an older home, right? You don't really want to have to repair this, fix that. It gets tiring, and hiring somebody to do it, it can be costly too. So it might be better just to sell your home, take the equity in your home. Now buy a brand new home all cash, and you will still have a good amount of money left over to enjoy your retirement. And here, the really great things about being in the Bay Area is that we have such amazing appreciations of home. And so if you have bought a home even 10 years ago or more, you're getting amazing equity in that property that you can take literally anywhere in the country, not just in California. But the great thing about staying within California is that you can still get the sunshine, the wonderful weather, and you can take your property basis into the new home. So that's definitely a great benefit for downsizing and getting into a home that is a better fit for you. So if you are thinking about downsizing, or actually the term is right-sizing, because you want to be in a home that is a good fit for you, that is going to benefit you and allow you to enjoy life. So if you are looking to right-size your home, give me a call. I would love to help.